Well, hello, fellow people. So, I want to do another one about these invaders, and another quick thank you and a tip of the hat to Stephen for this as well. Just a heads up, viewer discretion is advised, even though it's blurred. It's already aired on his channel, so there should be no problem with using this for educational purposes only. But this is a warning that I don't think you all actually understand. So, I'm going to help you do my best. I'm going to try to do my best to help you understand the severity of this situation. Because it's not just happening here, in case you haven't been paying attention, which most liberal, in particular American women, are not paying attention to. Roll 'em.
Are racist. You have decided that your race, your people, your previous country means more to you, and so we are allowing you to live out what truly matters to you. Mexican flag, Mexican heritage, only speak Spanish, cheering Mexico, trashing America. Hey, we hear you loud and clear. Go back.
Yeah, take that flag, put it on your shoulder, and fight for that country.
There you go.
That's what they all should do. They ran to seek asylum, yet they went on vacation. Instead of fixing their own fucked up countries, they come here and they trash ours, and they are robbing us blind. Let's continue.
Go ahead. That brings us back to Europe. Example number 2. And this one is disturbing. We blurted out. But an African migrant, who, by the way, should have been buried where he stood, masturbating on a beach in France with nobody seemingly doing anything. Hopefully someone did after the clip stopped.
Arrivo subito.
She's laughing. She's laughing.
Yeah, and to be clear, I know what people... Well, actually, the majority of sex offenses are by native-born citizens and are by white Americans. You know, sure, and it's awful, and they should get the wood chipper.
Yep.
But let's be clear. It's not an indicator that culture has accepted pedophilia, or MAPS, as the left refers to them, if someone is subversive and behind closed doors manages to commit an act of evil and trick a child. It's awful. That still is not the same societally as someone who, with no fear of ramifications whatsoever, is letting you know that he is going to commit this sex offense out in the open because ain't nothing gonna happen to him.
Right.
Did you hear that? Did you fucking hear that? They are testing the waters. And they're going to succeed, especially at this rate, with the so caring, so loving liberal women. And by the way, let me say this real quick. I just found out that the liberal or Democratic Party is almost 60% women. That's what the Democratic Party. It's a party of women. Nagging, mean, bitchy, fat out of shape, hateful, vindictive, violent women. I'll make sure I link that Renee Good clip at the end, just to remind you, she hit that cop with her car.
The guys on that beach should just all, like, they have zero manhood about them. They have zero ability to protect their families, the children that are there, the women that are there. Josh and I were talking about it. It's like, yeah, you know, if we're guys on the beach that have never met, it's like, yeah, I'm going to go up there, I'm going to kick him in the head, and you're going to beat the crap out of him when he falls on the ground.
Right.
And then maybe we can get somebody to record it and send it to all the other migrants out here right now who think this is okay.
Right.
Hey, I'm coming to the beach every day, not to get sun, not to enjoy the waves, but to kick ass for people doing that. So I'm just going to be looking for you guys.
Yeah, people say, are you...
We are so lucky that there are an ounce of men in this country who feel this way. I don't think women get it. All this trashing and bashing that you do of American men, and in particular white men, when you're attacked and when you need them the most, they might just say, fuck you. So let me move on. That's where I wanted to stop it there. So he's right here. This is the next one I wanted to show you, because I'm not just picking on Somalians. But I wanted to show you this. This is in black and white, and this is coming from their own state department. They break it out for us. Because look at this shit. Even after 10 years, this is them in the gray. After 10 years, 70% of them are on some form of welfare assistance. And it breaks it out for you. Any and all. This is it. Cash. 25% after 10 fucking years? Really? 48% on food stamps after 10 fucking years. Medicaid, 68% of them after 10 fucking years. And then the current batch of them, 81% all welfare, 27% of them are on cash. Cash. I'm still blown away that they give you cash on welfare. I thought it was just food stamps and paid cover for your apartment or whatever. 54% on food stamps. The new arrivals now, over half of them. And this is just in our one state that I'm showing you. And then, again, Medicaid. The new arrivals, 73% of them. And again, this is just Minnesota. This is just Minnesota. So let me go on to the next one. Because I want to remind you of this. This is a real list. And this is nationwide. They're collecting more than any other race. Somali's number 2. Afghan is number 1. Iraqis. I am astonished. The only thing I hate that they didn't do with this list is just say Americans instead of black. Although I do want to point out the fact that if we're 13%, I don't think we are. I think we're still hovering at 12.1 because we have a real fascination with killing each other that nobody in this country really wants to give you a chance to really talk about. Instead, what does the pitchfork head guy say up there in Chicago? You know, we need more resources for kids. No, we don't. No, we fucking don't. You need to lock their asses up. But 12.1% at best. They're saying 13. I disagree with that. 24% of the 13% population, if that's true, 24.9% of them are on food stamps. What in the fuck? All right. So I just wanted to remind you of this list because I think people forgot. We're giving out a lot of fucking money in food stamp and aids to foreigners. To illegal invaders is what they are. And then I wanted to show you this. Because I just don't think, in particular the white liberal women, but women in general, I don't think you fucking get it. I said it in another report that's coming up here in a minute. But you're romanticizing these places that you are harboring and trying to protect and all that shit. But it fascinates me that women, when they travel abroad, and especially nowadays that you're traveling alone, I think you're just asking for trouble. I can't believe how many people don't consult the embassies to find out where it's safe to go. In case you're confused, here's the ledger. Red, do not travel. Reconsider traveling. Okay? These are the main ones. This yellow that says contains area with higher security risk, okay. But the orange with the lines, and then the red. And so, I don't have the whole thing in the view, but yeah, look at all that red. By the way, that's Russia. I remember this one girl. Now, she was born in Russia. She's part black and part Russian. She was born in Russia. She decided after she hated Trump so much, she was going to go back and live out her roots. She got her ass beat by a Russian couple. You know, we're not welcome everywhere. And I can tell you for a fact, because we have traveled extensively abroad, there's always going to be two prices. You got your tourist prices for international tourists, and then you have your American tourist prices. We're always the mark. Because what you guys forget is that, again, our military, based on the presidents who continue to lie about us going to war and why we're going to war, we just go into other countries and just blow it up and destroy it. That's all we do. That's how we destabilize, we destroy, and then we get out of there and leave them to their own devices. Remember that scene when the Afghans were running towards the plane, trying to catch the plane before the Taliban took over? Yeah. And now women want to travel to Afghanistan by themselves, which is insane, you know. And so I just want to show you this too, because I'm almost out of here. So here's what a difference a day makes. Before, these places had minimal, I would say. Sweden looks pretty high to me, but fairly minimal instances of that, you know, right here. Because I don't want to get flagged for talking like an adult when we're supposed to be adults and have adult conversations. I don't want to get accused of saying rape out loud. But from 2008, you know, it's a terrible act. When locals do it, your own kind do it, it's even worse. You all come from the same background and you do this horrible act to each other, you know. But in 2003, here is the change. It ain't a 10% increase. It ain't a 12%. It ain't even a 5%. It's 221.8% increase in England and Wales right now. 58.6% increase in Sweden right now. 279.8% in France. What in the macaroni and fucking cheese, right? You don't think there's a correlation to it? Because it is. It really is. I got how many more? This is another at a glance. In 2000, England and Wales, 8,593. 2025, 84,000 plus. What? There's no correlation. Of course there's not. It's just that the Brits have just gotten super fucking out of control, and they just decided 25 years later to increase it by, what does that say? Let's blow it up so you can see it. I don't want you to think I'm making that up. 881% increase. Germany. Fucking Germany. 543% increase. France. 508. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm not talking a eke up. I'm talking about a big ass Jolly Green Giant leap forward with this act alone, because they do not share our same views. We are not the same. And guess what? Believe it or not, newsflash, that's fucking okay. Unbelievable. I got one more. That's just a screenshot. This is a pretty blurry freaking screenshot that they loaded up. I don't know why we can't get a better screenshot of some of these things, but I just thought I'd show you that at a glance kind of thing. There's the source, Restore Britain. Britain's lost, you know. And so I want to go out with this little cat, this little fucker, so you guys can actually hear it from their own mouths, okay? And by the way, because I've traveled as extensively as I have an eclectic group of friends. I even have a friend from the Dominican Republic of Congo. A horrible place. So I know they're not all the same. But that's why we vet them. That's why we scrutinize and keep our eyes on them. And when they commit crimes, unless it's a little small infraction like a speeding ticket and that kind of thing, miss your court date though, get the fuck on out of here, because that's a simple rule you got to follow, you know. But I know for a fact they're not all the same, but we have opened our doors without vetting every single one of them as we used to and should now. This subversion of what it means to be able to become a citizen in this country is pure evil, and he's going to show you how much of a patsy they think you are. And by the way, before I head out, because that's the last thing I'm going to say after this clip's roll, that's it for this clip. But be sure to watch Steven's other video that I clipped for you all, so that you can hear the words coming out of the myriad of illegals and American-hating people we've allowed into this country, and what they say behind your back, and what you honestly are clueless to. You're clueless to the level of danger you've allowed yourselves to open up to. These are not the same. They're not cut from the same cord. They do not have the same experiences as we do, and they will not assimilate.
Work all fucking day, you don't got shit. Thank you for working so hard so I can be home all day, free. I can use my EBT. Go to work for me, white boy, white girl. Yeah, go to work for me, you fucking white animals. Fucking work for me. Yeah, you fucking work for me. And the U.S. government they work for me. All of you work for me. Now go to work. Pay them taxes. take care of me and my people. Alright? This is my land. I control this place. This is my reality.